What's going on, y'all? You inside the zone with VNZ. This your boy Val.
Come on, intro. And
Um,
Cyrus here. What's going on? Here for another week. What up? What up? What up?
Here for another week, man. We're just great to be alive and great to be able to say we going into another week first and foremost. But it is what it is, man. Bucks week sound a little different saying that because we don't play Tampa a whole
Yeah,
lot.
it's been a minute. What's been
It's been a couple years though.
2020, I think.
Yeah, we went to because I was actually at that game. We went to Tampa 2 years ago. Tom Brady game overtime.
Nice little comeback.
Nice little comeback.
Comeback for the letdown.
Come back for the letdown. Unfortunately, we know about that too well. Um, I'm over here double watching things because I'm watching.
Yeah, I know my shit off to the side. I keep going like this, trying to catch
Yeah,
glimpses of this game.
Lakers and Denver going at it. Opening night in the NBA, by the way. Shout out to the
Yeah,
Sabres. I'm
they've
out.
been following the shit out of Reeves.
Yeah,
He be flopping, but
yeah. I'm about to say what's funny about Reeves, and I know y'all we gonna talk Bills, but what's funny about
I
Reeves,
mean, oh, are we?
right? Do we have to?
Okay.
What,
Distraction
yeah.
tactic.
What's funny about Reeves on the Lakers though? He know how to get that contact though. Like
Oh yeah, 100%.
there's some players, man, the Lou Wills of the world, the fucking obviously Carmelo was good at it back when he was playing. Tim Duncan was good at it back when he was playing. Fucking James Harden. It's a long list of players who know how to just that contact. And Austin Reeves for a role player, for a bench guy, he know how to sell it.
Yeah,
But he
and
know
them they are fouls though.
I was about to say, and he a good free throw shooter too. Like I always hate those dudes that draw contact, but then they can't
They
knock
can't
it.
hit nothing.
Like, dog, maybe you should have just went straight up on a shot.
Yeah,
But
you better off fighting through that.
right. But anyway, man, like I said, shout out to the NBA season starting. This is one of the toughest times to of the year if you living with a sports fan like myself, because it's a lot of different options. Monday through Saturday, Monday through Sunday, hockey.
AKA no personal conversations taking place.
Oh, you try your best. You try your best to be present. But it is what it is. But nah, y'all, we back for a great follow up on a disappointing loss. We know I posted a clip earlier that we ended the episode on last week, where we kind of told people to RELAX, relax and don't take
Yeah.
things too personal. And you fast forward to now and woo, the city is going through it. A lot of people are rightfully so frustrated. One thing I always try to preach to anybody who gonna listen is like, don't let the state of the Buffalo Bills get you.
Affect your whole life.
Yeah, get you to the point where that's all you want to talk about. You eat, drink, sleep, Bills frustration and Bills talk. Like I'm down for the convos about how we can improve and what we might need at the deadline, et cetera, et cetera. That's normal. But yeah, we might as well get straight to it. Patriots lost. Just two of your biggest takeaways, and just so y'all know, we're gonna keep this short. We got a short week. Obviously, we playing Thursday night. It's gonna be good weather. I'm seeing 68 degrees. I don't know if you're gonna make it there, Z. You going or that midweek is gonna hit you a little different. What's up?
Yeah, them Thursday night games is yeah, no, I'm not going. It's
All
a
right,
wrap.
all
It's
right.
it's a wrap. Yeah, it's just I got too much going on. I thought about it, but I have some clients I need to take care of early Thursday evening, so it just ain't gonna work out for me timing wise. So,
Got you. I got you.
you
Respect it.
know, duty calls.
Yeah, nah, I respect that 100%. But yeah, like two biggest takeaways from the game. What you
That my prediction wasn't shit.
yeah.
That's my first takeaway is wow. That's why I don't get paid to talk. Cause
But even though I'll stop you right there, we did have some takes that did hit. Our upsets, even though you said Vikings without CMC, well, with CMC, them Vikings still won that game. You
yeah,
called it.
I feel like I had an asterisk on there.
Yeah,
I still feel like that can work in some
yeah.
form of fashion.
And you know what I said worked out too, the Bears and the Broncos. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. I'm
Yeah.
just saying. Yeah.
You called it, but
It was, I mean, those were two weak games, but
I didn't expect that game to be a blowout. I'll say that. Them boys got smacked.
yeah. But anyway, I'll
That's
let you finish.
embarrassing.
I'll let you finish though. So you said your prediction on
Yeah.
the Bills game was trash, right?
Yeah. So I'm not gonna count that as one of my two, but yeah, my prediction was trash, trash. You know, I underestimated. I still don't want to say I underestimated the Patriots as a team because I still feel like that team is trash.
Right.
Uh, but they executed and the Bills didn't. At the end of the day, they didn't turn the ball over. They played a clean game. They made plays when they had to. But biggest takeaway is if the Bills don't show up, they can get beat.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. I mean, this is 2 weeks in a row, or now actually 3 weeks in a row, where the offense is, I don't want to say sleepwalking, but the offense is not putting up points in the first two, 3 quarters. And then all of a sudden, fourth quarter coming, you want to put up 14, 17 points. But, as you saw this week, that shit came back to bite you.
Right.
You can't, sleepwalk through half the game and then expect to be able just to show up in the fourth quarter and pull it off. And they still almost did. But, you can't expect um, a defense without your three best players, arguably, to hold down that offense all game. Like
Right.
you asking too much, whether you playing against New England or Kansas City. Like, they already scratching and clawing for every inch, every yard. The offense got to bail them out, and they
Yeah.
haven't done it.
Right.
They haven't.
And just to add a cherry on top of that, we gotta still remember the Bills are always going to still get people's best. Like
Mm-hmm.
we are still consider a measuring stick for a lot of these teams that are trying to get to the playoffs, that are trying to make something of the season, because we all know week 6, week 7, that's when teams are fighting and clawing to be like, all right, are we gonna actually fight this year? Are we gonna lay
Or we yeah, right, be riding this out.
chilling? And I think New England, to their credit, they knew it was a divisional game. We know how Bill Belichick get up for games when he plays the Bills anyway. And plus, I'm pretty sure McDermott gets under his skin a little bit. I'm pretty sure of that. So
Yeah, I
like,
got a feeling they don't fuck with each other at all.
yeah. There's a little something there. So I'm pretty sure Belichick was like, you know what? If I'm gonna call a game, I'm gonna call a game this game. And again, a team coming in that game 1-5, they like, dog.
We got nothing to lose.
Oh, yeah, well, you know what I mean? So you talking desperation. Mac Jones is hearing that he might get benched. So now he playing the game of his life. He all inspired, looking like fucking Joe Namath and shit. So like, yeah, I just had to add that in because, like I said, we sometimes go in looking at these teams. I mean, we saw what happened with San Francisco. I know they were down 2 players, but who's not down a player right now in the NFL? Like everybody
Right.
is down somebody. It just happened to be two all pro kind of guys.
Two-ish players. Right.
Right. But I mean, you look at us, we down two all pro players on defense. So everything cancels itself out in this league, week to week. That bottom dweller team that you think just going to pull up and just play ball. No, they might pull up and smack you in the face. Eagles saw that when Zach Wilson beat them, and that defense was for real. We saw San Francisco now see that back-to-back weeks, once with Cleveland, now with Minnesota. It's a lot there, but go ahead, man.
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah,
at the point now where it's just like it's got to be a gut check time for these players in this locker room. Again, it's still a long season. Like
and
1 week, a loss here, loss there. I mean, it's not going to end or break the season. Because, I mean, I still don't think this is a team who's on the verge of not making the playoffs. Like, I'm not tripping like that. Like, there's still too much talent on this team for it not to be a playoff team. But they gotta figure these issues out now because, one or two here or there is whatever. But this is looking like a trend. I mean, this is 3 weeks in a row against not necessarily top tier competition where your A game ain't there. So
yeah,
it's like, yeah, y'all
especially.
saying the talent is there. So what's up?
Well, we know the talent is there, right? So that's
Mhm.
my biggest thing is like I can look at the team from a distance and even up close and say, okay, we down, let's say 3 Pro Bowl all pro players. We down a couple other key players. Obviously, we know Knox just got nicked up, even though he wasn't playing extremely high football. But overall, I'm looking at the offense, right? And I'm just like, okay, RB1 is healthy. Wide receiver two is healthy. Wide receiver one is healthy. The rookie Kincaid is now healthy. Josh Allen is healthy. The offensive
There are
line,
no injuries on offense outside of
offensive,
that.
yeah, offensive line is healthy. My man Deontay Hardy is healthy. Shakir. So I think that's where the frustration really starts with
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people because obviously we can spread blame around everywhere. Coaching, we can talk about the D line not showing up on Sunday, which I thought the D line would dominate. They didn't really dominate the line of scrimmage. Obviously, down Ed Oliver and Daquan Hurts, but I'm just like, you know what I mean? Hopefully, those guys who are backups who could be starters, play their roles. But obviously, Von Miller only playing 6 snaps. Greg Rousseau, I don't think he's still 100%. I thought Floyd was active, just couldn't get his hands on the quarterback. And Shaq, honestly, all year to me hasn't really done as much. I mean, Epinesa to me has been like the third best defensive end um,
Mm-hmm. By far,
in that rotation, and Shaq kind of is just out there,
Jack
unfortunately.
is just there at this point.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm honestly at the point now. Like I'm looking for anything to spark this team. I'm honestly at the point where I'm putting Kingsley Jonathan, suiting him up. Shaq, you can wear your sweatsuit.
Yeah,
That,
Jonathan he been getting a bunch of snaps too.
yeah,
Still,
yeah.
wait, I
So
don't say a
yeah,
bunch of snaps, but
yeah, but
he been getting his snaps.
But maybe Kingsley Jonathan need to get more than 25
Yeah,
snaps. That's what
take
I'm.
take his snaps.
Yeah,
Because again, I don't need Shaq on the field.
yeah, no,
But a game like New England, run heavy team,
right. And
I
it's good
see why you
insurance.
got him getting
Right,
Shaq.
it's good insurance to have him on your roster. I'll say that.
Right.
Game in and game out, like especially now that we about to get to the thick of this when we play in Dallas,
Yeah.
Philadelphia.
Close. I mean, we only a couple weeks away from all that.
Hey man, I need guys that's going to touch the quarterback and get that man down. Leonard Floyd has been good all year, so I can't get on him. Greg Rousseau has been steady. Obviously the defensive tackles when they're healthy, they've looked good. I still want more from Tim Settle and Poona Ford. Those two have probably disappointed me.
Super quiet.
Yeah, they probably disappointed me the most on that D line, but I say that to say there's a lot of blame to go around. But when I look at the health on the offense, I think that's what makes it tough for
Hmm.
people. Like, yo,
Yeah, there's reasons why the defense isn't what it is.
right.
You're down key components of your defense, but offense has no excuse like that. It's
Yeah, man.
what,
I'm looking
what do
at
you
the
gotta
offense,
do?
and we kind of, and I think everybody kind of got similar beefs with the offense. I mean, I'm not one to get on Dorsey, but I've heard some good valid points, right? So we've talked about the trick plays not being a thing since Dable left, right? There used to be at least one trick play a month.
I don't need no damn trick plays. I got a top tier offense. Like
I
I
know.
shouldn't have to rely on that shit.
You didn't
That's
have
what
to,
you got
but
to get me.
I know. But the only reason why I bring that up is because I saw somebody or I heard somebody say it on the radio, and it made me think like even when we struggling to score points, like if I'm scoring 0 points in 2 quarters and I need to find something to get going, I need something to go to. I've been banging the table for up tempo offense because it
Mhm.
seems like when we go up tempo, all the something points get
It
produced.
works.
We
Yeah.
get in the line quickly when we're not letting that clock go down. And that goes for running the ball and passing the ball. When we're moving with some tempo, when we're moving with a sense of urgency, this
Hmm.
offense really starts to get in the end zone. Like not even
Yeah.
just move the ball, because we're moving the ball throughout the game. Not just move the ball. We're getting the ball in the end zone when we are moving with tempo and pace. And I'm just like, I'm glad some of the reporters asked coach about that the last few days because I'm just like, am I the only one noticing in the fourth quarter when we pick up the pace that we just start scoring? Like, am I the only one noticing this? And like Josh looks more comfortable when we playing with pace, when there's that sense of urgency. And I'm just like, dog, if we can just keep that pedal to the metal for 4 quarters, and I'm not saying fucking go K gun crazy and yeah, I mean, no huddle out but I'm just
Yeah.
saying like pace.
Yeah. And I think part of my frustration is there's so many plays that's left out on the field. Untimely drops, untimely penalties, untimely fumbles or turnovers. It's like, yo, there are plays to be made. It's not like Josh is just back there throwing incompletions all day, every day. Like there's plays that are relatively routine that just aren't being made. So, and these are things that are just literally killing drives. They'll drive 50 yards, a drop, holding penalty, incomplete pass. Now you force the punt.
1 yard draw here.
It's 2nd and 1. Now it's a false start. It's a screen pass, -2 yards, and I was 3rd and 13. Like it's
They
just,
got to get rid of them damn wide receiver screen. If it ain't Deontay Hardy on a wide receiver screen, I don't want to see no Diggs on a wide receiver screen.
and it's not even happening often, but it's just not an effective. It hasn't been an effective play, but it's just there's so many plays that these players are leaving on the field. Like I really want to blame Dorsey badly because I want to be able to I want a scapegoat, but I, I'm watching the game and seeing all these plays that the players are leaving on the field.
Yeah, listen. It's a combination, man.
Yeah,
Like I,
it's some of everything, but this team ain't really clicking like it needs to.
it's not, but I did have some takeaways from the pressers, and we'll move on to the Bucks, even though they much to talk about with the Bucks. Um, some of my biggest takeaways from their last couple pressers was like Josh saying he got to stop thinking less and just play his game and play him, be more whatever. He basically was like, hey, I'll tweak whatever I got to tweak. Captain. When the captains get together, we talk about different things that we can do, and just readjusting the way that maybe we lead. Maybe how we step on the field, how we get between those lines. What are we? Are we doing enough? And I'm glad that they're having those conversations because I look at a guy like Diggs and I'm like, okay, I know Diggs is giving it 200%. I'm not saying Josh is not, but it's just like Josh, if you're looking at yourself in the mirror and you're saying, well, what can I do differently? Maybe it is bring that energy back in your game, where I know you're trying to stay calm and collective throughout the process so you don't get too high and you don't get too low. But maybe you need to figure out a better alternative so that, hey, you can get to those moments where emotionally you are charged up so that your guys can feed off that. Because I'm saying right now, his teammates love.
That shit is contagious.
Yeah, his teammates love when he's pumped up. And like I said, that don't mean obviously go crazy. What I mean? He's to beat your chest, beat your chest for 4 quarters. I just think that Diggs can't be the only one bringing energy to the offense every
Yeah,
single quarter. Every
like right now, I just feel like Josh is in a box.
He is
I just got him in a little glass box up on the shelf. Like, look at what my quarterback can do. But by being in that box, you ain't able to play with the toy.
right.
Like I got this limited edition toy, which is amazing, but if it's stuck in the box, what can I do with it? And right now, that's what I feel like. It's like, yes, we want him to last 17 plus weeks. Yes, we need him healthy. Yes, all those things matter. But you also need to let this quarterback be himself.
Right. And I don't
That
even
involves running. That
right.
involves being a little reckless here and there. That involves getting the juices moving and getting your team hyped up. Like that's who he is. That's what made him this. That's what got him this far. So you kind of got to let him be him.
And just to feed off that, that's why I feel like that up tempo offense will help them because when you got a guy like Josh running an up tempo offense, that defense is damn near scared right now because
Mm-hmm.
now you got 6'5", 250 Josh hurrying up, lining up to the huddle, whether you're in shotgun or under center, and you don't know what's coming at you because right
Right.
now your defense don't have the time to react. It could be play action, it could be a run to get 10 yards, it could be a handoff to Cook for 20, it could be a deep pass to Diggs for 50 yards. It's just when you got a guy like him who's a top 2, 3, 4 quarterback, and he is pointing guys in a direction. He going boom, 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 boom. He looking up. He saying, "Hut, let's go." And now he dropping back. Now your defense is at a disadvantage. Versus, all right, defense sees, all right, Davis here, Diggs there, Shakir in motion, Knox there, Bombard there. All right, they about to run into Murray for 3 yards. You know what I mean? Some of that stuff just becomes too predictable. So I feel like they just got to work on like keeping the defense on their heels, like being their offense, being aggressive to the point where you are unpredictable. Like I said, it don't got to be all pass, it don't got to be all run. It's just a matter of keeping the defense on their heels. And I'm like, you guys have the weapons. Like we get to that point as Bills fans, we don't see them score points. We start being like, oh well, we need DeAndre Hopkins, we need this, we need that, we need Gronk, we need this, and it's like, dog. We got a guy in Deontay Hardy who can make 3 people miss and get a first down. We
Just
seen it.
need to play.
Right. We got a guy in Kincaid who can catch every pass going his way. We got a guy in Shakir who can get you 4 to 5 catches a game. We got a guy in Gabe Davis who can get you 75, 80 yards a game when used correctly. We got a guy in Diggs who's an automatic walking 8 catches and 100 yards and a touchdown. Like, we got a James Cook who can get you 140, 150 yards all purpose every single game. We got a guy in Latavius Murray. So, like, what did I do? Name off 6 guys. So when we talk about needing this guy and that guy, it's like, no, you got toys. use them. Force the defense to cover the field. Force the defense to be like, oh shit, I don't know what they're doing. They just hurried up, got to the line of scrimmage. Oh shit, oh, 27.
Yeah, so I'm curious to see what the offense is going to look like now with Knox out. Like, are they still going to try to run this 12 personnel and use Kincaid and Q Morris at this point, or is it going to
Reggie
be
Gilliam.
more 11 personnel, bring that third receiver on the field more often? So, it could be a little bit of a blessing in disguise and get back to their quarterback to receiver roots. Because again, you know, you bring Hardy out there, that adds dynamic, skill, playmaking, speed. So, and I think that's their best set talent wise is having Diggs, Davis, Hardy, and Kincaid, like, and
Right.
Cook. Like,
Backfield. Yep.
so I think that's their best lineup. So I'm curious if they're just going to lean into that while they deal with Dawson Knox's wrist situation, which I hope he's back soon because again, he
Yeah,
is a good player and
honestly,
he's
I think
valuable to the offense.
the way they talking about it seemed like it's a minor tune up just to make sure he get right. And I think Kincaid,
Yeah, this
especially
is the time to do it. So I'm happy they just like, forget it, let's get it out the way now.
right, and I think he knows too. Like he like I'm not gonna keep fighting this and then allowing that to be the excuse why I'm not catching the football.
And
So
then next thing you know, December now is messed up for real, and I
yeah,
can't go at all.
yeah.
Like, no, let's get this out the way. Let's get it taken care of. So by
That
time,
can't be, once you look at that schedule and you see, okay, shit, we got Dallas. Okay, yeah, let me do this now.
yeah, let me take care of this. I'll be back.
Yeah, I'll be back in a few weeks. So, just going forward though, like we're looking at Tampa Bay on a short week. Um, outside of our own struggles, anything that you're seeing from Tampa Bay that you feel like is going to be something that we really have to keep an eye on, like because obviously we got to go for it. And
Yeah, I mean, they at the end of the day, man, they've been down for the last couple years since Brady dipped, but they still have talent on offense and defense. I mean, Evans is older now, but he's still a dog. Godwin, when healthy, is a beast. Baker is Baker, but we know Baker can throw the ball. So I mean, if he gets rolling, he can get rolling.
yeah,
I mean, defense
they
wise, they still have talent up and down the lineup. So like they're not a bad team. It's just, right now they're just
don't have it
average.
all.
Yeah, they're an average team. They're not terrible. They're not great, but
If you think
they've
about in
been
that
a scrappy
division,
team. They've been in every game, so they
right?
can still run.
And I was about to say too, if you look at their division, they still have a great chance at winning that division.
Shit, I think they a half a game down or a game down, just only because they lost against Atlanta.
Right. So it's like it's not even like we playing yeah, it ain't like we playing
Mhm.
a team that's just out there like, yeah, let's just get through this game. And nah, you're gonna get Baker Mayfield trying to play his best. You're gonna
Mhm.
get Vita Vey and Levante David and those
Yeah, I'm
guys.
hoping Vita Vey don't play. I know he was on the injury list, but I need
Right.
his ass not to play. I know he's
Listen,
going to, but sit your big ass down.
but nah, Antoine Winfield,
Shoot his ass. Like, no,
Antoine
relax, bro.
Winfield, you know what I mean? Those,
Mhm.
Antoine Winfield. So like you said, Mike Evans, Godwin. Those are gonna be something to keep an eye on because that matchup I am scared of because I'm not gonna lie. Until we really figure out how we want to address that cornerback situation, which listen, Dane Jackson didn't have his best game last week from a tackling standpoint. He has
Yeah,
some
more than just tackling. No one had a good game from a tackling
right. Yeah,
standpoint.
from
That
a
was
tackling
some of
standpoint. Except for
the
my man
unders.
Dorian Williams. Like I said, I know they took Dorian out for a little bit. Dorian was wrapping up though. I don't care. Like that's one thing that got me upset about McDermott right now on the defensive side is like let my man play 4 quarters, please. Like, stop this whole take him out in the second half because you want him to take a back seat and just look and just observe. And, bro, if you don't let this 22, 23-year-old get his reps while he can, and stop putting in Dotson and thinking that his veteran experience, if you want to call it that, is going to stop the nose bleeding or whatever term that I seen used in the article. Like, bro, Dorian Williams is out there going full speed, and he is wrapping guys up. Like, hey, he may miss a hole or two, but guess what? I'm taking 9 times out of 10 him flying to the ball because guess what? One of them times that ball gonna pop out, and I'm gonna have Terrell Bernard somewhere not nearby to get his 19th fumble recovery. Because,
That's what I feel. He a magnet for the ball
bruh,
right now.
that's what I'm
Any fumble
saying,
for him.
bruh. That's what I'm saying, though. You got Bernard out there jumping on everything, and I got a guy in Dorian Williams who I know. Like I'm not trying to say Dotson not a hitter, but Dorian Williams in a limited amount of time has shown I will hit you and you will feel it. I need that. I need that, especially when my team is struggling when it comes to wrapping up dudes. So, I'm hoping I can see more Dorian Williams. But every time I say I hope, I want to see a young player play on defense.
It
It,
don't happen.
it's always the opposite. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
McDermott don't care nothing about me, man. I say I want Kyrie Elam. He like, nah, I'm gonna just shove Dane Jackson and what's his name, Christian Benford down whatever. So I don't know. Like I said, this could be wishful thinking again, but I also think Kyrie Elam need more time out there because it's just like if our corners ain't shutting down nobody and we're not getting Tre'Davious White anytime back, you done did 50-50 at cornerback 2 for a while. Now's the time you want to go cornerback 2, play 100% of the snaps, and your cornerback 1, who's not really a cornerback 1 now, he play 100% of the snaps. I don't see what issue you get with not letting Kyrie Elam get some snaps out there. I don't get it, man. But like I said, that's my only beef with McDermott when it comes to the defense. Other than that, he's doing the best he can with what he got. He's trying to send timely blitzes. He got guys who are in there giving great effort. So like no real beef with the defense because I know the whole talk has been the offense, but I would love to see the young guys play. And I'm talking really Dorian Williams and Kyer this Thursday. Kingsley Jonathan, like I mentioned. And I would love, like I said, to see those D tackles step up in the absence of Jaquan Jones. I need them guys to get pressure up the middle.
Yeah,
Like
they have to.
I
Yeah,
need
yeah. Again, the only way to take pressure off of the back end of the defense is to make sure you're applying pressure up front. And that's how you lighten load off of Dane Jackson and Benford and Elam and the safeties is get pressure up front. And if not, then you forcing these corners to cover for 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds. It's a wrap. They not built for that.
all right. Well, time has come. Biggest matchup of the game for yourself. What do you got?
It's the trenches. They've been getting dominated outside of the fourth quarter for the most part for these last 3 weeks, offense and defense. Like it's time for them to muscle up. I don't like the term man up, but it's
Right?
time for them to, you know, dominate. Like you've been getting pushed around. It can't keep happening.
Damn, I ain't even
You at
realize this.
home. It's
Hold
a
on,
Thursday night.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say this, but I didn't even realize how I looked at the schedule that they are really kind of like closely matched up. 3-3 versus 4-3. That's nuts.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
right. I mean, so yeah, it's just right there. Ain't no difference schedule wise. It's just, that's what the key. It's the trenches. Because again, if they're not dominating up front on both sides of the ball, you can see what happens.
Right.
You can let a team stay in the game a lot longer than they should be because you're letting their team dictate the game because they're dominating the line of scrimmage. So this game for me all boils down to if they can hold up front. And offensive line, you got Vita Vey. I mean, if you're not able to control that middle of the field with him and you let him dictate the play, it's gonna be some issues.
Yeah. No, I agree. And just to play, um, pick a different position group, because we know that the front line really is where you win the battle. But I'm gonna say the Bills secondary versus Tampa Bay receivers. And the only reason
Mm-hmm.
why I say that is because I feel like that is the one mismatch the Bucks really have. Um, and obviously we got a few minutes left.
Yeah, I think it's definitely I, I don't want to necessarily say mismatch, but
It's a good
yeah,
advantage.
picking
I mean,
switch is
wide receivers versus corners. Like I won't even say safeties because I still trust Poyer as old and crusty as he looks. I still trust Poyer and Hyde together to do their part in the middle of the field, but it's like young corners versus veteran proven
yeah,
receivers.
wily old vets.
Man, they can make it tough. And I know Baker gonna have all the confidence in the world to throw their way. So you just gotta make them pay. Like Baker is not one to go, he gonna throw you 5 picks, but Baker is still gonna put that ball up there. So it's just a
Mhm.
matter of okay, are you going to be in position? Because the flag's going to flow. We know the flags will always go in favor of the veteran. So if it's Mike Evans versus Christian Benford, I'm sorry, Benford, but they're going to throw the flag. If it's same thing on the other side. If it's Dane Jackson versus whoever, Dane, you probably going to get the flag. So I'm hoping,
Mhm.
praying it don't come down to nothing fluky. Um, sorry, like that. But yeah, that's gonna be the matchup I look out for because I really feel like the defense is gonna come out and they're gonna want to ball out, of course. But obviously, I feel like the offense is gonna be hungry to get a crowd something. I mean, Diggs said it. It's primetime football. Who don't get up for primetime football? It's another home game. They got the blue on blue going. The crowd gonna be into it. Now, obviously, the crowd can go the opposite way if it don't start off right. You know, the crowd can get a little antsy, but
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna be involved in that because, like I said, I'm Mister Relax. So I'm gonna try to hold on, and the crowd out there and hope things work out. But no, I think they'll be fired up. I think Josh, we're gonna see a little bit of hopefully not too fired up Josh, but fired up Josh enough where
I need some fired up, Josh.
I know, but I'm just saying like not too like juiced up where it's like first play of the game type 70-yard bomb going to stands. Like I need Josh to connect on those because that was one part of last week. I kind of was like, Josh,
Yeah, you gotta hit that.
on that 60-yard bomb, that's
Yeah,
you
you gotta hit it.
in
Yeah,
stride. You've done it before. Like we all know, Josh done connected the digs on the deep ball 75% of the
yeah.
time.
I mean, granted, any pass that's 50 yards down the field in the air, it's a low percentage throw. However, a top tier quarterback, you got to hit that more often than not. I mean, 6, 7 times out of 10, you got to hit that throw.
That's a Fendi. So
Yeah,
it's yeah. So that
and
I'll keep it simple like that. But you
yeah, and
know,
I will say another matchup is it's the Bills offense versus the Bills offense. Like they got to get out their own fucking way
yeah,
because that's what's really stopping them. Yes, obviously they're playing against another team, but they're stopping their own progress.
right,
Like the Bills are beating themselves.
yeah,
And that's what's taking place left and right. I mean, every one of their losses over the last 2 years are all less than one score. Like, and it's always because they're beating themselves. It's
right,
always dumb play here, dumb play there.
yeah. And
So,
you're right. The last, if you look at it, you look at okay. So we lost to what? We lost to the Jets in overtime.
yep.
Jags by 5 points, right?
Mm-hmm.
We just lost by 3 or 2, right?
Four.
Four. And then we go back to last year. We know how we lost in those games. Minnesota, Jets.
All 1 point games or one
So
score games.
it's proven like as bad as we slander this team, we know what they can do to
Mm-hmm.
switch the outcomes. It's just doing it. And look at the Giants game was a prime example of you don't always got to play 100% perfect. You can still win those games. It's just a matter
Right.
of not not constantly putting yourself in position.
Yeah. I mean, your margin for error is so small when you make these mistakes like this. When you keep getting in your own way, that margin for error is so small. And you saw the difference between the Giants game and New England. The end of the game was exactly the same. They were just
Exactly.
able to make a stop against the Giants and weren't able
And they
to.
ran the same play, ironically enough, right? They
Right.
ran the same play twice.
Yeah. In the New England game, they ran that same play 2 times in a row, just with different players.
Right, right. Just like, hey, we're gonna do this because we know we can get something here.
Yeah. I'm either gonna get a penalty or we're gonna get a catch.
Because my guy's 6'7", your guy 5'10". So I like my
Mhm. Yep.
proven corner or not. Like I said, I call him all the time the best slot corner in the game.
That's science.
Right. That's just like me
That's
saying,
just math.
Draymond Green, you one of the best defenders of all time, but if I throw it down low to Shaq, good luck.
Right.
It is what it is, bro.
Hmm.
Wimbyana versus fucking Tony Allen in his prime. Like,
Right. Like what you want me to do? My man a foot and a half taller than me.
right, I'm going with Wimby. But very quick, because I know we only got a few minutes, so we got to sign off. Score predictions. We got to hit on one of these. So what you got for this game, man?
Shit. I don't
Yeah,
even know more, dog.
yeah,
Um, I mean, I do think the Bills are going to win.
right.
Um, I'm going 27-23
Okay.
Bills. Um, that's all I got.
Okay. All right. For me, I think Tampa Bay's defense is worth like really, really, really like paying attention to.
Hmm.
But I'm gonna go 30-17. I don't think it'll be a blowout, but I do think that the Bills will have enough energy to start. Just because it's been talked about for so much now, I think that
Shit, they better start.
they tired of probably hearing about it. And I think that they do to hit that 30 mark again. Even if Tampa Bay do go out there and give them different looks, I think that Josh is going to just try to put the team on his back a little bit at moments. I also expect another big game from James Cook, whether Vita Vea
Mhm.
play or not. I need my O line to come through and punch holes. So I'm expecting James Cook to do his job. Gabe Davis, I'm expecting him to step up in this game, along with Diggs, and Kincaid. So like, yeah, I'm gonna go 30 because I feel like the offense is gonna feel charged up to come out and put something out there. So I'm gonna say 30-17. I'll give Tampa Bay a couple touchdowns because, like I said, they no scrubs on that side of the football. So, uh,
Right.
yeah, so I'll go 30-17. Bills breakaway. I mean, I really say Bills will start off quick and then it may get close, maybe in the middle, third
And
quarter,
then
and then Bills,
touchdown from a
yeah,
little later, something to pull
yeah,
away.
touchdown and just be like, all right, y'all chill out. So yeah, I'm gonna go 30-17. And again, I know we only got a few more minutes, so I'm gonna go give you my one upset of the week. We'll just do one this week. Short week, y'all. We're gonna catch up with y'all obviously next week because shout out to the Bills for having a 10-day break after this. We all need it. Um,
Hmm.
I'm gonna go. This one might be a big one, but not even too big. Ooh, I love this matchup though. I'm gonna be trying to watch it from out the country because I got a little, yeah, yeah, got a wedding to go to this weekend. So, y'all pray for me, give me traveling mercy and all that for me and my family. Um, so this is gonna be one to keep an eye on, but I'm gonna go upset. Russ and Denver over the Chiefs.
You gonna put your parlay
I'm
on the line for that?
back to back with Denver. I don't know. I don't know why I'm playing this game, knowing that they got a lot of moving parts. They may be trying to trade this player, trade that. I was really feeling like calling a big one, going Commanders over Eagles, but I feel like that'd be a little bit too much to ask for. But yeah, I'm gonna go divisional game.
Okay, that's fair. So I'm first of all, I'm tight that Chicago and Chargers is a Sunday night game because nobody trying to watch the fucking
Right.
Bears
Give
on
us
no prime
Bengals
time.
Niners. Yeah, give us Bengals Niners. Yeah.
Right. So for me, my upset, I got Rams over Dallas. I still don't trust Dak. I still don't trust Dallas completely. Rams they've been scrappy, they've been feisty. So I'm gonna see these Rams do a little something on the road and
Okay.
upset good old Jerry Jones and them boys.
Jerry, scary Jerry. I like it. And since I know that we under a minute, y'all, we giving y'all a little quick episode. Definitely want to say we appreciate y'all for tuning in inside the zone with V and Z. Whether we in the basement,
Absolutely.
in the crib, what I mean, stadium and whatever, wherever we at, we do appreciate y'all. Like we said, it was a tough week, Bills fans. Again, take it a week at a time. Take a deep breath. Appreciate the other things that you got going on in your life. We say it all the time.
Mhm.
Really mean it. Like truly step away sometimes, take a deep breath and realize it's just a game. We love them, be passionate about them. Shit, I'm one of the biggest Bills fans you'll ever meet. But every once in a while, I step back and like, all right, on to work on Monday. All right, I still got this intact. I still got my health. So just remember that. Z, you got anything?
Now we good, baby. We will see y'all next week. Go Bills.
Go Bills and pick y'all heads up, man. We got this, man. Peace.